It's Monday Night Live, and I have to tell you, I'm seeing some tired faces on the call tonight. We have come back from just a monumental national conference. It was like nothing I have ever experienced in my entire life, and in 23 years, well, I've only missed one, so I've been to 45 conferences, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 45 conferences, and this one stole the show. I've never, to experience something that was so intimate, 7,000 people, but it felt so intimate. And we're just at a different level of communication, heartfelt communication with the company. So it's just amazing. Everything that we did as a team, from the luncheon where we gave away $4,000, had the best time ever. You know, the screaming, the crying, just complete joy in that room at the luncheon, you know, to all the breakouts, and then the ultimate pleasure of being able, along with Jamie Cantrell and a few others, tie up the whole conference with a great big bow and send 7,000 people out the door. It's pretty life-changing. If you guys felt that it was an incredible close, for me, it has transformed me at a very, very deep level. And I didn't think there was much more that I could experience, but I have. So I want to bring home to you as much as we can, which is absolutely impossible, because we can bring home some facts, but we are never going to be able to bring home the energy and the feelings that were in that room, in that conference center the past couple days. So I thought we've got some fun new things going on. So I asked some different NMDs and some brand new reps who was their first time conference attendees to share. So Jamie Cantrell, talk to me about what's going on with the kids and the kids program.
Well, thanks guys for allowing me to eat my dinner. We just walked in the door from baseball practice and I'm like, I'm hangry, so I'm gonna have to eat something or y'all are gonna get a really testy version of the kids program. So this really caught my attention because I think one of the biggest distinguishing factors, if you've ever had people, clients, team members ask you, you know, they want us to compare Juice Plus to product XYZ. Well, not only is one of the biggest distinguishing factors is that we are whole food and we are not a vitamin and we're not this, but we have an incredible program centered around children. And we are the only total family nutritional program that is offered through a network marketing direct sales industry. Now, there are other companies that are popping up trying to copy and emulate. I think that's the highest form of flattery you can find. But the reality is we were here first. And what I loved about what was introduced at conference through the Healthy Living Revolution was this empowering and strengthening of our children's initiative. It was called Start Strong. And it is all about getting kids interactive with their own health. If you go to healthylivingrevolution.com, you're going to see several new tabs. And I don't know about you guys, but I had an awakening. The healthylivingrevolution.com, it's an underutilized resource for me. And so having them present live the different tabs with emphasis now on the children's program, this is an interactive opportunity for children to really stand up for their health. And so, you know, one of the coolest takeaways was that the company has now opened up an opportunity for a contest where your children can submit through the Juice Plus Healthy Living Revolution YouTube channel a video demonstrating how they do health, whether it's them making a smoothie or them eating their gummies or capsules or them going on a bike ride, whatever health is defined in that home, you could submit that video. And if your name is drawn, you can win 2 tower gardens, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, it just goes back to take a visit, you know, kind of gander through the Healthy Living, yes, I said gander, the Healthy Living Revolution and start to discover it for yourself. But I am really just excited about the future movement of really putting emphasis on starting young, and it's a total family nutritional program. So that's what I got.
when I think of, I know so many of your children. I think of Holly's kids. I think of Amber, your Olivia, Jamie, your boys, Judy, your granddaughter. We have within our Team Up community some pretty talented young children who I think could make some stellar videos. And, the company is really looking at the young millennials and how do we bring on young millennials? Well, all of the new young millennial superstars that are in the business, they're superstars because they grew up in Juice Plus homes. Jake Rudy and Jake Kelly, and they all grew up in Juice Plus homes. So I'm going to tell you right now that your children are the future as far as leadership goes in the Juice Plus community, because a lot of your children will join you in this business. So wouldn't it be cool if we could start showcasing them now and videotaping them now? Go ahead, Jamie.
Well, my stepdaughter is on this call. She's now a Juice Plus representative. She's been eating Juice Plus for 8 years. And as she enters into nursing, she called me and said, everything I'm studying in the nursing program is in alignment with your community. I have an ethical obligation to share. So there's truth to the fact that we are starting young. We are getting the message across. Ashlyn, wave, show everybody, hello. That's my stepdaughter. She's precious and adorable, and she's going to go change the world with this message. So I love that that's what we represent.
That's what we're all about, affecting the health and the lives of future generations. All right, thank you, Jamie. Judy Strickler. Judith Elaine, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
We had some amazing breakout sessions. And everything now is main stage. No more cramping into little rooms. Everything is main stage. And everywhere that I went was the breakout session with Chris Droves talking about connection calls. Do you know I had 3 NMDs that wanted to report on the connection calls tonight? So, Judy, it's all yours. What did you feel and experience in that room?
I felt like we were going back to the beginning, because when I got into the business, of course, I knew nothing about it. And all I did was call people and say, you just got to hear my friend Terry's story. And then I went on and did whatever I wanted while I was listening to her. And that's how I fast tracked to senior sales in 7 months, was just with connection calls. I didn't know anything about the business. I wasn't familiar with any of that. I love Juice Plus, but that was the key for my fast growth in Juice Plus. And I don't know, sometimes we fall away from that. We forgot that that's so important. And so Chris Droves really brought home that three-way connection calls, how important they were. She said, believe it or not, this is a relationship business. Well, this is a different kind of business than anything else out there. It has everything to do with relationships. And she said, you have to remember to trust the process, and success leaves clues. And absolutely, that's true. She said, you have to trust your upline, and that they will support you and that they will do okay on your call. Don't be nervous. They're not going to throw you under the bus. They're going to be just fine. They know what this is about. She said, you have to make sure that you understand this is an invitation, not a presentation. You're going to ask a lot of questions. You want to know who they are. Where did they come from? What are their interests in life? What do they want out of life? And so really it's a welcome call that you're telling them, I want to be your friend. I want you to be my friend. And I love that about this. And then the other one, another way, three-way call is the grand opening. And I don't know if there's very many of you on here that remember when we first started, Terry, remember we always used to do grand openings. We even had professional cards that looked like wedding announcements that written in gold that we would hand out to people for our grand opening. And so we did that a lot, and that works too. And I know that Michelle Malloy is doing that a lot, and it's really advancing her business by doing grand openings right now. So we're going back to that. And then she said gold mining calls are the customer support calls. When your customer calls their customer for the first time, or your rep calls their customer for the first time, you should be on that call. They need to know that that distributor is not Juice Plus. Juice Plus is much bigger than them, but until we invite other people in to let our people see other people and go to events, they're never going to know that it's not just you're Juice Plus. That doesn't happen that way. So she said, of course, the last one is always the coaching call with a PVC report. But she said the most important thing is to remember the new man's enthusiasm. 72 hours. If you wait after 72 hours, they're like, oh, whatever, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I don't know about this Juice Plus. You got to let them know that you're on fire and you want them. You want to help them be at the same place you are. And what can I do to help you? I'm not going to push you, but I certainly will be there holding your hand, and I'm going to be with you.
I love it, Judy. I love that we're going back to basics. Some of the NMDs that were really excited about this. I know, Amber, I know you were particularly excited about the connection call. Was there anything that you wanted to add to what Judy just said?
I love that, Judy. It was so good, what you shared. And I cannot wait to get my hands on the verbiage that Chris is going to release through the PowerPoints. That's so exciting. I just loved, I think, how strong her close was on the call as well. She would just make that simple ask, does this sound like something that you'd want to do? And when that person said, yeah, it does, she would just say, well, welcome to our team. And then it would be exactly what you said, Judy, just within those 72 hours, really getting that new rep excited. But I also loved on the gold mining, she mentioned that for all new customers, they would do that call and just thank them for being their new customer. And, I look back to different products that I've purchased. Customer service is what sets different businesses apart. And so I was really challenged by her talk to just up my game in those areas for sure.
Yeah, it is just going to work. But let's just face it, Chris Droves is masterful, and all of this. I just got done talking to her. Her whole program, her scripts, her video will be on the virtual office in about 2 weeks. KJ is putting everything up. So what a blessing is that? So Amber, don't go, because while I have you, thank you, Judy. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, just one thing. I loved it when she said, I never heard this comment before. She said, I always tell the people when they get in the business that you only go up the stairs. You never fall down them in the business, the stair steps. I thought that was pretty cool. I never thought of that.
See, all of those little sayings that really resonate and stick. So like that would stick with me. That's so great. I'm just so excited. All right, Amber, you wanted to chat a little bit about something called Wellness Plus.
Yes, Wellness Plus is basically going to be a dream come true for the busy professional. And so I want you guys to just think about that person in your life that maybe has a ton of potential clients or customers right in front of them. Like they have a platform to share Juice Plus. Maybe it is a doctor, maybe it's a physician's assistant or your dentist, maybe it's your personal trainer, or a group fitness instructor or a fitness franchise owner, whatever it may look like, but doesn't have to be a healthcare provider, but it is a professional, a busy professional who would be great at recommending and sharing Juice Plus, and you'd love to have them on your team, but probably they're going to tell you, and rightfully so, honestly, that they just don't have time for this business. Well, the company has given, I would call it a facelift to what used to be PSP. I think I'm saying that right. I don't even know what that, probably professional support program. That's my guess. Okay, so I'm just kind of winging that. But now it is called Wellness Plus. And I am super excited about using it as a conversation starter for people that I want to share the business with. And you guys, what you can do is just go into your virtual office and you can just click on resources, and then you'll see something that talks about forms. When you go in there, there's like a little category that says Wellness Plus, and you will find all kinds of documentation that just it outlines everything that you need. And what they talked about was the different plans. There's plan A and plan B. So plan A would be, paying the wellness coordinator, which let's just say if I were going to go have a doctor join my team in order to recommend Juice Plus to their clients, then I would be their wellness coordinator. So in that case, you know, it outlines this is plan A, and this is how much I would be compensated. This is how much they would be compensated of that order, and it kind of outlines what it looks like. And then plan B talks about, you know, what the wellness coordinator is compensated as far as the professional. You know, it goes through all the details. You can check that out. But I want to share with you guys, our team has already been using this as a conversation starter. So chiropractors, you know, just whoever, but we've been going to people and just saying, hey, we just got back from this incredible conference, and while we were there, we were just surrounded with healthcare professionals just like you. And our company released a new program that's called Wellness Plus. And, you know, would you be open to a conversation just to know more about it? We're not even giving a ton of details in that first message. We're just seeing if they would be open to a conversation. And today, I helped someone send a message to a physician's assistant, and we just simply said, at the very least, I would love to have your perspective, because we're trying to reach people just like you. So who are your friends that, you know, even if they decide it's not a fit, you would love their perspective and feedback on this program? I really encourage you guys to get into your virtual office, to take a look at it, and to use it as leverage with the busy professionals in your life.
Wow. You know, and we have so many busy moms even that love putting customers and people on Juice Plus, but they really don't have the time for good customer care. So you don't even have to be a professional. You can be a busy mom who just loves adding customers. It'd be perfect for this program too. Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Hey, I see Jen and Henry. I know that you guys, if you want to unmute yourselves, Jen and Henry, you talked about, I don't have no idea what this is. Once upon a sponsorship? What was that? You're still muted. We're getting there. Left hand.
Henry got rid of my screen, so I couldn't see it. So there were a couple of NMDs who did a great training where they basically talked about a methodology of sponsorship, or a system of sponsorship, but used some really cool acronyms that I just thought were really helpful. I can't remember the names of the NMDs. Unfortunately, I didn't write those down. I was just writing down what they said. But basically, they started with what we call a connection call, but they refer to it as TRE, which is thank, reinforce, and expand. So when you're making your connection call, you're thanking the customer, you're reinforcing their decision to be on whatever they're using, and then you're expanding whatever their vision might be. And then they do a launch with every new person who joins their team, when the launch is about their why, their story, the best form of communication, and the best time to communicate. It might be a web walk. One of the things we're starting to really do is the open houses. I mean, we used to do those private business receptions all the time, and now we've just told everybody 4 open houses a month, and send out, you know, call, send, call, which used to be our old thing. And it might be text, send, text, I don't know, you know, but you got to send them a physical piece of paper that says, here's your open house date. But then they went through so many other things that when they have a launch meeting with a new person, they want the person to come out with their memory, come to the launch with their memory jogger filled out, circle the top 10, and they don't get off the launch without an action plan for each of those 10. And then they refer to Voxer, I love this term, as on-demand training. I thought that was great because it's available all the time, and I just thought that was really a good way to talk about Voxer. So the other thing that they suggested doing, which was such a good visual for me, was in order to be a self-qualified business, you need 24 recurring installment orders of trios. And again, they use the acronym 24, which is T, recurring, which is R, I is installment, and order, which is O, so trio, T-R-I-O. And they said the best way to do it is to find a wall in your house. We're trying to figure out where to do this on the boat. But take 24 Post-it notes that are different colors. And as you get each trio, put up a Post-it note. So you have your wall of 24. So you have the visual of seeing who your self-qualified business customers are. So they just had, it was a great training. They did a good job telling stories. It was all about stories, this conference. And Terry, your close was theatrical and magical and awesome, really, really good. I'm so glad they did it that way. And it really was, this was a conference of stories. This was powerful, powerful stories. If you missed it, you got to be there next time.
Got to be there. Thank you. Thank you for that, Jen. And, you know, I got a call from Janet Black 2 weeks ago.
Oh, geez. That's not much time.
And she pitched this idea to me, true story. And I said, I am so glad that we're preparing for Phoenix now.
Yeah, right?
She said, I'm talking Indy. And then she said, I'm seeing a dark stage. And I said, are you going for drama? And she said, yes. And I said, you picked the right girl.
I know. I thought of you. I was like, Terry gets to be a star. This is great.
Oh, the Steven Spielberg and me came out big time. So I had so much fun. All right, moving on. Hey, Nicole, are you with us to talk about the Omegas?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
I'm here. Okay, so I am super excited about the Omegas. I know we've had the soft launch, but now it's available for everyone. And y'all, if you have not gotten a feel for where your people are, people in your community, people not taking Juice Plus, people taking Juice Plus, if you have not asked them if they take an Omega or if they're interested in an Omega, do it. Doctors recommend this stuff. And so a lot of times we have convincing to do with Juice Plus. We have lots of education for the orchard, garden, vineyard because fruits and veggies seem too complicated for people, right? But everyone is hearing about Omegas. They know that they need to take it. They hear it all the time through all sorts of healthcare professionals. And so to me, this is like the most perfect thing that the company could have added at this moment in time. People are looking for good, healthy options with Omegas, and we have a plant-based one that is incredible. And they've released lots of information about it, just as far as visuals, what it encompasses, the 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, EPA, DHA, all of that. But this conference, they actually released several videos, and so I'm going to show you guys one of them that tells a little more about the products that are in our Omega. And what I would love to challenge you to do is start texting out or calling your customers and just asking them if they already take one. Get to know what they're putting into their bodies besides their Juice Plus. And if they take one, start to inform them about our product so that when they run out of what they're currently taking, they can go ahead and move on to ours because we know it's awesome, right? So I'm going to share my screen real quick and we will watch this video super fast. And I love that all of these videos are short and sweet and to the point. So they are literally like a minute or two. This is the longest one that they have. And there are several already found on Mission Driven Model, but you can also go to YouTube and type in Juice Plus Omega Blend and see all of the videos available. So here we go.
Over the course of our evolution, there's been a disconnection from a natural and wholesome diet. We need to put back the good into our nutrition. That's why Juice Plus created the Omega Blend to contribute to your daily nutrition. A rich and unique blend that combines the best omega sources nature has to offer. Like sea buckthorn, a golden berry that grows under the harshest conditions, braves the elements to become a resilient fruit and a powerful source for omega-7, with one of the highest omega-7 potency of any known plant source. Or pomegranate, with a seed oil that is so abundant in omega-5 fatty acids that it has been valued and traditionally used for centuries. And microalgae, one of the Earth's oldest plant organisms. Invisible to the naked eye, but powerful and filled with omega-3 fatty acids to maintain your normal function of the heart, brain, and vision. Provided by nature, our Omega Blend is carefully selected from algae, fruit, and seed oils to give your body a wider spectrum of nutrients it needs, like the omega fatty acids 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 in just one capsule. Juice plus Omega Blend. Real nutrition. Real simple.
So I love how beautifully packaged that is, that it talks about the ingredients and it gives people an idea as to what we're talking about when we say plant-based. It's hard for people to wrap their mind around that because we've always associated omega-3s with fish oil. Just a second.
And there's Mother Nature.
Here comes another video. I'm not going to share it though. Sorry about that. Just a second. Getting off my screen. Okay. So anyway,
a blend of 6 different plants that together
sorry guys. There we go.
Nicole, that is such a great point that you just made, is that just because when we say plant-based, we know what that means. Believe me, our customers do not know what that means. That's a really, really good point. And those pictures are so vibrant on that video. Good point, Nicole.
Thank you.
All right. Hey guys, know this too, just a quick blurb for the Vineyard are going to be available in sample packs, I think towards the end of November. So that's going to be exciting. And one of the things I wanted to visit with tonight, just for a few minutes, is how does conference, a big event like conference, really, really impact a first-time conference attendee? So I thought I would ask 3 reps, it was their first conference, what their takeaway was in just a minute. What was their number 1 or number 2 thing? So Katy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, honey. What was your takeaway from this conference?
Okay, so first I just want to say you've got to get to conference. It's very hard to put it into words how amazing it is, but number 1, you've got to get there. Number 2, the NMD speeches really spoke to me. I saw the vision. I saw myself there. I saw my boys dressed. I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. I am on fire. I literally wrote in my thing, what is my goal? NMD. I mean, it's just like, that was my vision. I just kept thinking over and over, if they can do it, I can do it.
That is
and Jay Martin's speech was awesome. I'm not going to say totally what he said, but basically he said lots of stuff happens on the way to the top. Everybody goes through stuff, but guess what? There's room for all of us at the top. I mean, wow. I'm like, yes, there is. So those were my 2 biggest takeaways.
Yeah, I think there was a quote that I heard at this conference. It said, visions are caught at big events. And, we can do our little Zooms and our Monday night call, but it's the big events that launch the vision. So thank you, Katy. And did you not already buy your ticket for Summit? Who was that? Somebody.
Oh, that was Candace. Candace did.
Candace, you're next. What was your takeaway, first conference?
Well, a lot like Katy, I've known that my goal is NMD, but going to conference for the first time makes the business even more of a reality. I mean, when you see those new NMDs stand on stage and realize that they're normal human beings too, that had the same time restraints or the same family struggles or had the self-doubt at some point that they weren't going to be able to do it. But the difference is that they just didn't quit. And so I know that if I remain coachable and if I continue to trust the system that has been duplicated and spelled out for me, and if I trust in my upline, I am going to be on that stage too. And that's exactly what Katy and I were talking about. We weren't doubting whether or not it was going to happen. We were talking about when we both become NMD. This is the song we're going to play. This is what our guys are going to be wearing on stage. I mean, it's happening. It's a reality.
It's a reality. Thank you, Ken. There's no doubt in my mind. Jill Fair, what was your conference experience, honey? First timer.
Yes, well, I caught the vision in a big way, and I'm going to take a little lesson from Cassie Beard, and I'm going to talk real fast, people, so you guys just buckle your seatbelt and hang on tight, because here I go. So I caught the vision in a big way, but I realized very quickly that even though I have goals, I wasn't very specific with those goals. So I had to reach out and say, hey, girls, okay, so here's my goal, but what are the specifics? Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and I'm not going to be a failure in this business. And the other thing I learned is in the community of my team that everybody has a story, and this business is about stories and it's about connections. And I frequently look to Jen Grubb and Jamie Cantrell, and that was a little twangy, Jamie Cantrell. I didn't mean to do that, Jamie. But I've realized that in my team, there is a wealth and a powerhouse of information. And as I'm connecting with people, I have other stories to connect with outside of just Jamie and Jen. Lastly, I've realized that this business has opened up a lot of dreams that have been locked inside of me for a long time. And guys, I love a microphone and I love being on stage. And I will be one of those voiceovers or people on one of those promo videos at a conference in the future. You just wait and see. So conference is a great, great event to attend. And I loved meeting all of you and seeing your faces on this conference call. Now I know who you are. And I can't wait to hug your neck at the next conference.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's it for us tonight. Know this, know this, know this. January 12th and 13th, the Dallas Summit. The company is using the Dallas Summit as a prototype for all future events. People are calling me from all over the country. Simon Bowler is calling me from Europe. This is going to sell out very quickly. All right. Plus, we're going to be launching our P for Q again at the summit. So I'm just going to tell you, book your tickets. Okay. Kurt Beavers is doing a wrap-up, a recording, I think on Thursday. That link will be going out to everybody. And next Monday night, we're going to be doing the conference wrap-up on the Monday night call. I'm not going to be able to get everybody that was part of the wrap-up, but there'll be a couple of us. We're going to be redoing, like, from step one, where I started out with stories, okay? You guys are the best. Know I love you. Peace and blessings. Have a great week.